On this week's episode, we talk about all kinds of fun stuff while I am running from. I just left the Raiders game and they won.
They won.
My
They
wife
won.
goes,
They
good
won.
luck. They won. My wife goes to the game and they win. We've got a new coach and they benched the other quarterback and the New York Giants just didn't show up. So it was a bad game. But the coolest part was when there was like 10 minutes left and the Giants went for it on fourth down and didn't get it. There was like this sea of blue up all the aisles when we were leaving. It was pretty cool. Like, that looked cool. But what else we talk about?
Well, we know that the Artemis II broke water.
Oh, it's water.
Yeah.
No.
No?
Watch the show. Figure out what he means there. You're not my dear. But Scott talks about stuff, and then it shows up in the news. How crazy is that? Noodles Company, restaurant not heard of, talked about it last week. Boom. It's
In
now
the news.
There's now a story on that. So stop, listen, pay attention when that shows up in the show. And
Steve says that for crying out loud, everything you talk about is just a dime a dozen. And I don't understand why he says it.
Okay, watch the show. Welcome to the Don't Know Show. I'm Steve.
And I'm Scott. And this is a tale of how bad life decisions led to a YouTube show, a podcast, and a live Twitch stream.
That's right. And we're going to talk about what we've noticed is going on in the world today. This is your chance to get away, to escape the world, escape all the dumb, stupid, crazy things that are going on out there. And, just relax and enjoy.
Without having to spend $5,000 on vacation.
Or a therapist.
Oh, yeah, that could cost that much too.
Yeah. I wonder, how hard is it to change the background in midstream here? Probably too hard.
I've done it multiple times.
Have you done it multiple times?
Yes. Not difficult at all.
So if you notice, my background is
the same one as last week because you were at a football game.
And unfortunately, the cops got worse at directing traffic.
No.
They were better at directing traffic, and now they're worse at directing traffic.
Well, that's because they had to take those 3 days off in a row.
I don't. So they used to keep Russell Road open. Now I don't know if that's because Tropicana's all screwed up or whatever. But because they screwed up Russell Road, they used to just have it flying, just like zoom. You were out of there. You were out of there. You were out of there. And so I told Dakota to go up to Valley View, and then turn right. And it's only a half a block to pick us up on the corner. And we walk out of the stadium, walk across the street to the opposite corner. There's a real nice Chevron there with a big spot to pick people up. And excuse me.
You're waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting.
Yeah, it took him 5 lights to get through. But he got backed up all the way on to Valley View because Russell was backed up. And I'm like, that's so dumb.
Yeah. That's what Alpine Valley's like. They're supposed to make sure that the buses have easy egress because we're the ones that are keeping these drunk people from driving. And we got all these people in one vehicle versus 2 people in a car. So they're supposed to get us out and they just don't do it.
Yeah, it's crazy. But let's get on to the positivity.
Yeah.
Raiders have a new coach and they won.
Ooh.
So the cool thing is they were against the New York Giants. They wear blue jerseys.
Okay.
And the game was so lopsided. 10 minutes left in the game. They go for it on fourth down. The Giants do. They don't make it. You saw this sea of blue exiting. I might be able to play a video that I took here. Let's see if we can find the video.
Just maybe.
Come on.
Let's see, ladies and gentlemen, if Steve's technical savvy is up to the challenge.
No, I don't see it.
No, apparently he has.
It only shows photos.
Why?
I don't know why. But I do have a cool photo from the game.
Okay.
I want to see if you know what this is.
Well, if it has anything to do with sports, I'm going to get it right.
I don't know. What's that?
It is a blank screen. Oh. Interesting. Oh, now it's clear. Oh, that's much more better. Okay,
Let's see if
I'm going to say
Let's see if I could zoom in. I don't know if it's going to disappear when I do this. Wait. Where's the zoom in? I'm going to open this and let's see if the share goes away.
I'm going to bet that is the camera that is on the wire and he's controlling it.
He's controlling one of the wires, just one of the wires. Here. That's just one of the spools and one of the wires. Look at that. That's just like a little, I mean, it's fast motor, but it's like a winch.
Yes.
On the front of a pickup truck type.
You betcha.
Big deal. So.
Hey, what do you think? What do you think? I got it right.
There's this 1, 2, 3, 4, so they keep track of each other. Which is kind of cool. But yeah, look at that. It kind of scared the guy, but yeah. Isn't that cool?
It is.
That's a lot of cable. I mean,
a lot of cable.
That thing goes across the whole 100-yard field diagonally. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty cool. All right.
Yep.
So that's my picture behind me that I changed it to.
Las Vegas Raiders. And
So
where are they, Steve?
Yeah. So good news, bad news. I've been doing really good on my weight loss, losing at least a pound a week, but I'm against my wall. This weight I've gotten stuck at for the last year. And then I get frustrated and I quit and I gain like 10, 15, 20 pounds. And now I've lost that bet. I'm back at that wall.
Okay, so, wait a minute. Do you have a costume rental place anywhere near you?
Not a rental. Well, yes, but no. Why?
Well, you get the Kool-Aid costume, okay, and then you can go right through the wall.
Okay, yeah, whatever. Right now, I'm leaning up against the wall. So, well, hopefully tomorrow's my weigh-in. I should be leaning right up against it. So next week's show, I should have busted through the wall. Now, last time I did actually go 10 pounds below the wall and then gain that all back too. So I want to hit this wall and then be 20 pounds past the wall to really know that I've been doing good. So that is my goal. So that is the picture behind me. Okay. And I am in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Yes, you are.
Now we're going to go to Delavan. Where did you find?
No. I'm in Williams Bay.
Let me talk. Where did you find all those mountains in Delavan? Look at all the mountains behind you. Now you can talk.
Oh, thank you.
It wasn't in Delavan, Steve.
That's right. This is not Delavan.
Right, because there's mountains behind you.
Those aren't mountains either. Although that is I guess potentially it's called a bluff or a ridge.
Well,
but anyway,
the trees are, but the other things
those are treetops
reflecting off the clouds.
However, if you can see this here, right?
The car and the fence.
Well, there's a car here and there's a building here. The ground is way up here. Goes up to here, and then this is all trees up there.
And then the trees are up there, yeah.
Same on this side, but so the ground is way up here. So that's
but if you look behind there, there's like mountains behind.
Yes. This is Williams Bay. I was doing an annual ladies' night out party, and we went to Pier 290. And while they were eating there,
wait. Nobody knows where Pier 290 is. Is that in
Williams Bay?
Waukesha?
No, I said Williams Bay. You were.
Nobody knows where Williams Bay is.
Yes, they do. Everybody knows where Williams Bay is. Jeannie, don't you know where Williams Bay is? Oh, she may not be here yet. So, but Williams Bay is on the one side. No, we don't. One side of Geneva Lake. So, Fontana is on the south corner of the lake. Lake Geneva is on the north corner of the lake. Williams Bay is between Fontana and Lake Geneva on the north side. East side, northeast, east side. There we go, east side. Ta-da! Yeah, see, I answered it. I wasn't even reading that. I had to think it in my head how to say it properly. Because technically, if you look at the lake, it is on an angle. So it's not north, south, east, west, because the lake goes from the northeast to the southwest.
Which side?
I said it all.
Mm.
Williams Bay is technically on the west side. Oh, Lake Michigan side? No. Lake Michigan side would be Lake
People
Geneva.
know that.
But they don't know north, south, east, or west?
No, they don't know. Nobody knows Lake Geneva, dude.
Everybody knows Lake Geneva. We go on vacation and we tell people we're from Delaware. And they go, "Where's that?" They go, Lake Geneva. Yeah, we used to
Right
go
by
there when we lived in
Wisconsin
Chicago.
Dells.
Yeah.
So there's Williams Bay, which is north
North.
of Lake Geneva.
North.
And then there's Lake Michigan, and then there's Milwaukee. Milwaukee.
Chicago's way down there.
And then I used to live down here.
Yep, right. And that where he's giving him the finger to where he used to live.
And then I also used to live.
Of course, you clicked on Bolingbrook and you didn't live in Bolingbrook.
I did too.
When did you
Peggy
live in
and I first got
Bolingbrook?
married. When Peggy and I first got married.
Oh,
we
shoot. I forgot
house.
about that.
I
Duh.
forgot about that. Yeah, duh.
Glendale Heights is where I think of you for Illinois. That's it. I know you lived with Peggy after a while, but Glendale Heights.
I can't find
Find.
River Road.
River Road.
There's
Oh, that's where
Forest
Gene and
Road.
Jude's is.
And then I lived there. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, and Elmwood Park. That's where Russell's barbecue is.
And yes. And Gene and Jude's is like
It's right on the
somewhere
river
over
because
here.
when the river floods, they flood.
It's somewhere in here.
Yeah. Wait, what? That go you pan down
Fullerton.
Grand Avenue. There you go. Grand Indian River. Gene and Jude. You can see it. Top of the screen.
Yep.
Keep
there you
going.
go.
There you go. Gene and Jude.
There it is.
Ooh.
Okay, so
You
now
said-
people know where you're at.
Yes. Well,
Before
they
they didn't.
know where you used to be at too.
Yeah. So cool.
So anyway, that was a really awesome sunset.
You'd see
Hey.
moons.
Itty. No, I didn't see any moons. I did see a couple mounds. Remember the billboard for the Cave of the Mounds?
Yeah.
Susie always laughed at that.
Really?
Yeah. She goes, it looks like a naked lady laying down and you're taking a picture from her feet. I go, yep, that's what it looks like.
So you saw this, right? Oh,
Let's find out what it is Steve is talking about, ladies and gentlemen. He asks
you're
a
talking
question
about-
and does nothing.
moons and
Ooh, Copperfield makes the moon disappear.
yep.
Oh yeah, the sphere was in the news again.
Largest illusion. Oh yeah, why?
Apparently, somebody figured out what the electrical consumption was for the U2 concert.
Correctly figured it out?
Well, who knows? It was one of those things, but it made the news.
Whoa, that was weird.
Yeah. Is it,
Yeah.
you would think with all the new technology being LED lighting and stuff like that, which uses so much less electricity than the original stuff that they had, it was that much.
Scott,
Chief.
when you put on one incandescent bulb, it draws a lot of power.
Yep.
But when you replace that one incandescent bulb with a trillion LED bulbs, it
Yep.
draws more.
Yeah. Impressive.
It draws more.
More. Yeah.
So that's your picture behind you. So that's normally what we do. We
Yep.
talk about that. I thought of a interesting show subject
Okay.
coming up. When is our Thanksgiving show?
Next week.
Is it next week? Is that the next show?
Well, for the YouTube people, but not for the Twitch people.
11/18. And that goes up 11/18. The next one goes up 11/25. When is Thanksgiving? The 23rd. So yeah, so the 18th, we don't want to. So I was thinking of, you know what you're supposed to do on Thanksgiving?
Eat turkey and then take a nap. Or are you just talking about?
Well, that would
give
work
thanks?
for our show.
Yeah.
But what are you supposed to do when you go and sit at the table?
Give thanks for things that you're thankful for.
Right. Have you ever gone and told anybody, no, thank you? Are there some
Yes.
things out there that you would want to go like, no, thank you?
Oh, yes. Many times I've said that.
So why don't we have a no Thanksgiving for things that we
Ooh.
would want to say no about? Stuff like, let me put a needle in your eye. No, thanks, doctor. Let's do LASIK surgery. No, thanks, doctor. How would you like to sleep with these rattlesnakes? No, thank you. How about people shooting off fireworks in their hands? No, thank you. I did fireworks professionally. I've seen with people's hands getting blown off and faces getting blown off.
Yeah.
No,
Granted, those are much more powerful fireworks than what these kids usually do, hurting themselves with, but they've had some that have
blow their hands off.
Yeah. Remember that M1000 that I came across?
Yeah.
I told you about it during the summer. For the 4th of July, I set it off in the street. It was so old, it went pop.
You got lucky.
I was like, really? That's all it's going to do?
You got lucky. If it was that old, that means it was sweating. So
no, it wasn't. It was dry as a bone. I know what to look for.
You don't know on the inside what it was doing.
Well, it obviously just was
They
pathetic.
could have went pop in your hand.
Well, no, because I was smart enough to add wick to it. Or fuse, I should say.
Did you carry it out there?
I had it in my pocket for a week.
Yeah, exactly. You're an idiot. No, thank you.
No, thank you.
So look for that as one of the subjects next week. So start thinking of your stuff there.
Okay.
Any listeners start thinking of stuff that they'd be like, no, thank you.
Sounds like a stand plan. All right.
Did you see this guy put this together for us?
Which guy?
Matt Grocroot.
I am Groot?
No, I don't know.
Matt Groening?
Did you look at any of this stuff?
No. I know who Matt Groening is.
Who?
He's with The Simpsons.
The Simpsons.
Yep.
I hate that it does this. Why will it? I don't know.
Why would you hate it? There's not supposed to be any hate in our show. This is supposed to be a positive show.
I hate when it does this. Okay. So, Southeast Utah, October 14th of this year. In case you missed the Ring of Fire, this guy videotaped it. Well, he time-lapsed it.
Right.
2,000 images. He was right in the right spot in Utah.
Yes, he was.
Utah was where it was supposed to be.
Here it comes. There it is.
That looked way better than what I saw.
Do you know what I saw?
That looked way better than what I saw when I went outside and I showed you the picture.
Guess what I saw?
What did you saw?
Clouds.
Well, you wouldn't even see it. We would because it would be offset.
We were told that we were at 17% coverage, which is obviously
17%. That's it. Wow.
Yeah.
You're way off center.
Yep.
That's crazy. So.
But the thing is, even with 17%, oh, look, another one of those. And I don't know how to make them delete. It just aggravates me when they do that. We just got another one of these.
Sell us stuff?
Yeah.
Well, you know, do it.
No.
I promote my channel.
You probed your channel?
Promote.
Oh, promote. Yeah.
Promote the channel. There are users that won't be back and there's no engagement, so it's no good. So it does no good. It does no good.
Yep. I can't even delete it. There's probably a way to. I just don't know how.
So we might have to change the name of our podcast again.
Yeah, you mentioned that before.
I haven't figured out what the name will be. However, somebody already came up with the idea for restaurant naming. When you search Google, what do? Pizza near me, right?
Yeah.
Right. So a guy in New York named his restaurant Thai food near me. So when anybody puts in Thai food near me,
Interesting. No matter where they're in the world, they're probably going to get it.
I got Thai food near me.
There you go.
Genius.
It is.
Genius. So we need to figure out, how do people search for podcasts? And then that's the name of our podcast.
Podcasts relevant to me.
Yeah, we got to search up the search. You could do that. You can go to analytics and look at it and find it, but that'd be funny, huh?
It would be.
So that's all we've got to do, and then our podcast will come up.
Perfect. I'm really confused because I got a couple more of them to post over the week. And today when I checked things, they were gone. I like, how could they be gone? They were there 3 days ago.
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm very confused. So, but whatever. I'm and the part that's really, really frustrating is I got one to work and then I had trouble remembering what I did to make it work, but finally I got it to work again. And then on the third one, I spent an hour and I couldn't get it to do it. And then I'm like, okay, am I doing something wrong? Or I sort of remember when we first signed up, you could only do X amount of megabytes or whatever
per week.
So maybe by doing the 2 that maxes out. So I have to wait.
That could be.
I was just trying to get him caught up, you know?
Yeah. As long as you do the most current one first.
It's what yes. Well, sort of. I went from the 507. I did the 508, 509, and 510. 507 and 508, whatever, showed up when I looked at it.
5, 36, 4.
And
nobody knows we're on 513, dude. They don't know that. They don't know what show number does.
Exactly.
Show number 513. So you're 3 behind. So post 513 first.
Yeah, we'll try.
Yeah. Thai food near me.
It was genius. All right, now I have to look. Yeah, see, and I go back there, 507 still there, but the new ones that were up there are not there now. I don't know why. Very strange.
It is very strange. So now, do you remember talking about a restaurant that you ate at last weekend?
Yes.
Do you remember the name of the restaurant?
I do.
What's the name of it?
Something like Oodles of Noodles? No, Noodles Inc. Just Noodles.
I asked you a question because if you didn't know, then I would have told you. Do you know or do you not know?
Yeah, it's Noodles, but I can't remember how.
Noodles and Company.
Noodles and Company. That's what. Not Noodles Inc.
In Wisconsin.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I told you I'd never heard of it, right?
That is correct.
Okay. So never heard of it. Now, all of a sudden, I get this thing that flashes across my screen as a news story.
Yes, that makes perfect sense.
And the news story says, chaos erupts as deer storms into Noodles and Company diner, send their customers fleeing. Moment the deer runs into Noodles and Company in Wisconsin. Now, it wasn't the Noodles and Company you were at.
No.
But isn't that hilarious? So watch the video. There it goes through the front door. Here it comes around the aisle, through the center, out the kitchen.
And the funny part is all the people running to leave the building. It's a deer.
It's got horns.
Who cares? You could grab the horns on a deer. You're bigger than they are. Well, I guess if you're not a kid, you're not, but.
Well, you got the back door open for him.
Yep.
And there he goes.
Bye-bye.
But what are the odds?
I know. Insane, right?
Like, who's playing my video game? Who's controlling me?
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. Yep. I remember that.
Because that's crazy. But I've never heard of it. Never heard of anything. And then after that, I get
Big Brother is watching.
What?
Big Brother is watching.
What? I gotta stop doing what I'm doing. I gotta come back to the thing because you're doing stuff I can't see. What?
What do you mean you can't see? I didn't do anything for you to see. I was just whispering. And I know you heard me.
I didn't.
Everybody knows Big Brother is watching. So since we talked about Noodles and Company last week, they sent you Noodles and Company. Oh, and that's freaky. Even you
Could be.
What?
What?
What? Did you
What?
freeze or were you faking it?
You'll have to figure that out.
Yeah, I was going to say that was one of your better fake freezes if you did that on your own. Because
Wow,
normally I watch your glasses and I watch the screen change. That's how I know that you're not frozen.
right, but I didn't change the screen.
No, you didn't.
Left it because I know you looked at that. I'm smarter than the average bear.
Smarter than the average bar. Hey, Steve, there's the bar. Bar, over bar.
You hear about the 3 guys that walked into the bar?
I've heard many of those jokes. Yes.
Yeah, the 4th guy ducked.
Oh, that was a good job of him.
Yeah. Did you hear about the sub sandwich that walked into the bar? Bartender says, "Hey, we don't serve food here."
It's sad. You always serve food. It makes them drink more alcohol.
Did you hear about the penguin walked in the bar? Said, "Hey, bartender, did you see my brother?" Bartender says, "What do you look like?"
Me. Yep. Just like me. We all look the same.
Hear about the termite that went into the bar? He said, "Hey, is the bartender here?"
Yeah, this bar is a little tough. How many more you got? Are we going to go to the next subject?
I got a million of them. I thought we'd do our genuine positivity message because it's about halfway.
No, we still got like 6 freaking minutes.
Well, we started at 6 minutes.
We can be early for a change. I have no problem with this, Steve.
It's not early. It's on time.
Okay.
We started. All right, now you're going to make it be late. We started 30 minutes ago. Look at your clock. And I started it right up.
I can't use my clock because it says 43 minutes ago. That's how long I was waiting for you to get here.
Oh, it starts when you start the program, not when you
Correct.
start. It says 30 minutes. That's how I knew we were there.
Yep. No, I have.
And we started pretty much right away.
Yes. So anyway.
So would you like to do a genuine positive message, or do you want?
I will do it because it doesn't hurt to do it a few minutes early because we have other subjects that could last.
It's not early anymore if we keep doing this.
Anyway, hi, ladies and gentlemen. I am now Funguy the Entertainer with your genuine positivity message of the day or the week.
Wait, you don't need me anymore? I can't introduce you anymore?
No, you don't need to do that for this because you said we're in a hurry.
I didn't say we were in a hurry.
Yes, you did. You said I already talked too much and now it's too late.
No, I didn't.
Why do you keep doing that? I want to see if it annoys you.
I said that annoys you.
Oh, so he makes it really big. All right.
That annoys you.
Yes. Especially when I'm trying to read it, because one of the reasons that I don't work with bands anymore is because I get so intent on doing my entertaining, I forget where I am in the song when I'm singing.
I know why you don't work with bands anymore.
Crazy.
You did that thing where you take the band and you hook it to a bar and you hook it to a handle on the other side, then you stand on it, and then it slipped and it went up between your legs. That's why you don't work with bands anymore.
Ah, I see. Looking for love in all the wrong places might seem a waste of time, but finding love can come from any place. So keep on loving.
Looking for love in all the wrong places. Looking for love, too many faces.
Never understood the problem with that, but hey, whatever.
Who sings that?
I don't remember either. It was never a good dance song. It was just a radio song. What? All right.
A good slow song?
It is true that you can dance, and I'm using that word incredibly loosely, to anything. However, most people dance the music that affects them with the mood to dance, and that would not be one to do that.
It's a song by Johnny Lee.
Ooh.
Hoping to find a friend and a lover. I bless the day I discover another heart. Looking for love.
Gotta love it when a plan comes together.
Yes.
Okay.
What movie's that from?
The 18th, of course. First, it was a TV series before it was a movie.
Yeah, Hannibal.
I love it when a plan comes together.
Hannibal.
Yep. But not Hannibal the Cannibal. Hannibal Smith.
So apparently, I just thought the picture was cool.
Okay.
Apparently,
nothing wrong with cool pictures.
Apparently, these guys had a ring of
Fire?
Of a thievery ring.
Okay.
They were hijacking not the truck, but the cargo out of the truck. So they would break into the truck while the truck was at a truck stop, pull the cargo off the truck.
Okay.
Right? One of the trucks they broke into, a U.S. Mint truck.
Okay.
A newly sealed indictment on an evening from April 13th, four Philadelphia men made off with 234,000. No. How do you say that? 234,500. More than 2 million dimes.
That's a lot of dimes.
They stole 2 million dimes. But the best part was the picture. So they pulled up and they were unloading the truck, right? And apparently they were using the garbage cans, and those are all dimes on the front.
Well, I'll tell you right now, that I don't know how they did it without anybody noticing, because that's heavy, and I do mean heavy.
Now they got away with it.
That's just makes no sense to me.
The surveillance video shows a total of 6 men dressed in gray hoodies breaking into a truck with bolt cutters and loading dimes into smaller bags. Detectives said the men allegedly turned on a dime and escaped in a getaway car. Well, these guys are a dime a dozen. I just made that up. There are thousands of coins spilled across the parking lot in Philadelphia process. I don't know. It says, but the court finds the suspect stole frozen crab legs, shrimp, meat, beer, and liquor from other tractor trailers in the area. And drivers were parked in the rest area, and they were just breaking into them and getting the stuff. Kind of funny if you think about it.
It just makes no sense.
It turned out to, like I said, they turned out to be a dime a dozen. What else can you think of? They turned on a dime a dozen. What other coin quotes are there?
There's also stop on a dime.
Yeah, well, now they'll be in prison. They can see the other side of the coin.
There you go.
What else is there? Come on.
There's also drop a dime.
Oh, someone. Do you think that's how they got caught? Someone dropped the dime on them?
There you go. Drop the dime on them. Yep. It's not one of those phrases that's used as much as it used to be.
Because there's no payphones anymore.
People don't use dimes for diddly shit. So yeah.
I guess they figured it was just a coin toss whether they get caught or not.
Exactly. Well, I liked it. It was a good story. And you stuck to it. That's even better yet.
That's not a coin phrase. Stuck to it.
True.
That's like the flip side of the joke.
Well, you do realize
it's more of a record joke than a coin
sooner
joke.
or later,
right?
We have to transition to the next subject. So by changing the subject, we're kind of transitioning to the new one.
All right. Well, let's go to the images and see who can figure out the illusion first.
Just remember, images in the mirror are closer than they appear.
Right. So, I don't know.
Maggie in the Simpsons movie. They did a live action Simpsons movie.
No. It's extra stuff that's up there. Just ignore that.
Okay. I was going to say.
Look at the picture. The girl is swallowed up in the sidewalk.
Right. It says Maggie in the Simpsons movie. That's why I was like,
Oh, can you figure that out? What you're seeing there? She's actually leaning on the edge. This is the edge of a wall. The grass is up here. That's just well, she's leaning on. That's the sidewalk below. So if you look, you can kind of see how the shadows right there.
oh, I get it. Yeah, the
So
wall is topped with the same
on top of the
material
wall,
as
that's a wall, and then the sidewalk's below. But yeah, from the angle, there's a confusing perspective. Okay, we all know what that is.
right. It is pretty cool though.
They use a digital camera, and some of the pixels are missing.
Yeah.
So what's going on there?
It's a dancing dog.
Well, it's a dog probably turning around and coming back the other direction.
Yeah.
And they caught him in midair and he's wet.
It is pretty cool.
No pets allowed. Check that out.
Oh,
Isn't that
yeah.
cool? Right there. It really looks like it. It's like a little chihuahua on the picture. That's funny. That's just forced perspective.
Yes.
Honey, I shrunk the president. That's stupid. Okay. How did this picture work?
It's Photoshop.
Nope. The reflection. So they're taking a picture of the reflection, and where the tree is dark enough that you can see the cat. Kind of cool, right?
It is.
Just lined it up right. See the people in there? If you look really close, you can see.
There you go. Yep.
Yeah. I couldn't figure this one out. That is definitely her cuff. But how does her sleeve get? And why are they trying to poke her in the butt there? It's kind of weird. Kind of a weird one, right?
It is.
I can't figure this. I can't figure out where her, like, her sleeve must come up underneath that arm. And the cat just
that would make sense.
Arm over it. Okay, look at this one. That's one picture. That is not two pictures.
Yep. No.
Kind of like yours, right?
Yeah, exactly. Now, as an FYI, when we were coming back from through New Mexico, we saw scenes like that frequently. And because even without a picture, it looks just like that.
Well, it's because the roof cuts off the.
Yes.
You know, kind of that makes it look like that. Oh, check this out. Isn't that a beautiful picture of a glacier?
With
a lake and people on a boat. Actually, it's somebody's dashboard.
Yep.
There's the mirror, and it's got
frost. Yep.
That's pretty cool.
It is.
That one looks good. Why couldn't you take that picture? There's the picture.
There you go.
You could have taken that picture and said you were sitting on the toilet.
That's right.
You could even get that picture for me.
Well, no, I don't have access to that building.
You have access to a chair like that, though.
And I don't have anybody that's here to take the damn picture.
Okay.
Oh, a 3-armed lady. That's awesome.
I don't understand how she's a 3-armed lady. Here's one arm. There's the other arm. Where's the third arm?
It's the lady in red that has 3 arms.
Oh, the lady in red has 3 arms. So you already know that that's a reflection.
That's a reflection, yes.
Okay, so they think the lady in red has 3 arms.
That's
not very good at all.
Oh, it's Arnold Schwarzenegger with a bad hair day.
Yeah, that's bad. Oh, look at this dog.
It's pretty good.
That's a tire tread, not a road.
Yeah.
That's why. That is cool looking. They stopped that really well. Look at that. It looks like a towel.
Yep.
Ghosts are real. So funny. And like the guy sitting at the table.
Yep.
He's not. He's an actual attorney at law. Oh, look, his phone number's there. We can call him.
Yeah, they usually block out the 414 or whatever, make 555.
Now there's a Halloween costume for you. Look at that groom.
Yep, perfect.
Like this guy ducking out of the way.
I dug too.
Owls are mean.
They can be, yes.
Okay. This one looks good. Look like
Yes,
the car's floating,
it does.
but it's not. It's just a shadow.
That's correct.
You can see tires on the ground, tires on the ground. But that looked cool.
Yep.
That one really looks good. What I want to know though, how the hell is he getting out of there? Truck's parked behind him.
Yeah, I see that.
It's like they parked 2 rows all the way across there. Like this guy ain't getting out.
That's funny.
All wet down body.
Yeah.
Dub. Okay. It looks like a dog taking off, right? I remember it looks like the cup's taking off.
Yes.
That's a dog with the cup on his head.
Right.
That's funny. But it does look like
It certainly does.
that's like, oh my God. Look at his hair now. That's pretty bad.
That is relatively disturbing.
Yeah. Are we done? That's
Looks
the
like
end?
it. Yeah, that's the end.
That's the end. Those are cool though. Those are some of the better ones I've seen in a long time.
Yes. It's kind of like that guy that does the artwork on sidewalks that makes it look like, there's giant caverns underneath you and stuff like that. Waterfalls.
Yeah, the 3D artwork, yeah.
Yep.
That's very cool.
That takes skill.
So from skill to space.
Ooh, it's about time. It's about space.
There's been a lot of launches lately.
Okay.
And you ever notice that there's always a water tower by the launch pads?
Well, yeah.
Okay, why is that?
You told us that before.
Right. So you learned, and so why?
Well, it's obvious. If everything starts on fire, they just let all the water out and put the fire out.
No, they dump the water while the rocket's going up. The amount of heat that the rocket puts out would melt the rocket from the reflection going back up, would melt the tower. So the water cools it. You know what else it does, though, which I found out?
It creates steam.
No, it actually deadens the sound waves
Oh.
from the rocket taking off. But you want to know what's even cooler?
Yes, please.
They tested the system for the Artemis II. That's
Okay.
coming up to launch.
Yes.
And NASA posted the video. So there's the water tower off to the right. But look at that water turn on. See the water tower?
Yes.
Look at the water pouring off of that launch pad.
That is a lot of wawa.
That's where the rocket is on that side. Right
Yes.
there. And it's flooding through there. But look at that. Look at the valves and the water that's coming out of it. Isn't that amazing?
It is. Do they tell you how many gallons that is?
I don't know.
I'm going to have to say it's over 1,000 gallons.
But how cool is that? I mean, look at that.
That could be as much as 1,000 gallons a second.
That's a lot of water.
A lot of water. That's why I'm thinking.
That water tower empties.
All gone. No more water.
But is that cool or what?
It is.
I was like, and they test that. I mean, you can look at all the valves. I didn't know there was so many places where water came out. It looked like there and there. And I mean, that's pretty cool.
It is. And fortunately, look all the water around them. So they got plenty of water to work with.
Yeah, I just thought it was cool. I just thought it was a cool video.
Well, that's a nice thing about all your free time. You were able to find stuff.
My free time. Yeah, you're funny.
Well, we know that, you don't really go to the bathroom 12 times a day.
I don't?
Nope. but you're in the bathroom 12 times a day. So obviously you're surfing for stuff for our show because you're dedicated.
I pee a lot.
I don't as much as now that I'm on different medication. That stopped. That's kind of nice.
I drink a lot though.
Well,
you still drink a gallon of water to 2 gallons a day?
No.
You'll go back to peeing a lot if you drink 2 gallons a day.
I would assume that would be the case.
I'm over a gallon and just under 2, somewhere in there, depending.
I'm going to say I'm probably 3/4 of a gallon a day.
That's not bad.
No, I still drink free, but now instead of every 20 minutes, it's like 2.5 hours, which is awesome. I actually do a bus drive and I don't have to pull over every, half an hour.
Yeah, I can. Yeah. So remember we talked about the Honda scooter? Well, they're pushing it again. They're starting to advertise it again.
What, the battery died again?
No, the briefcase one.
Oh, I thought you had to push it because the battery died.
I mean, would you ride one of these?
What's the top speed? 35?
I don't know. It's just
if it did 35 miles an hour, that would be an ideal thing for me.
Look at how small though that front wheel is. I can't be going 35 miles an hour on something like that.
You're probably correct. But then again,
it folds up and fits into the trunk. That's why,
exactly. Well,
here's what I think is funny. Whether Honda America fits easily in the back of a hatchback, like our long-term Volkswagen GTI. It doesn't fit in a Honda, fits in a Volkswagen.
There you go.
Nice going, car and driver.
Was that a Michigan license plate?
Yeah, it's car and driver, dude. Manufacturer. Where do you think car and driver does all their testing?
What do you get when you cross an elephant with a rhinoceros?
Hell if I know.
There you go.
I like the little light. You get a little light. It's so cute.
See, one of the things is there are times where during the week I need to take a bus into the shop because we don't have enough time for Jay to work on it.
Oh, you'd like to be able to have that to scoot. Look at the charger.
To bring myself back home, right? Because otherwise I'm like, I need to get somebody in the middle of the day to take me somewhere. It's like not easy.
All right. So how do I go back?
With the Wayback Machine.
Let me stop the share. And then I'll go back. See if it says what the top speed is. It does not.
Man, I just realized I am really thirsty.
Well, let's see what the top speed is there.
She blows.
Does not know what the top speed is there. It's shorter.
Sorry.
Packed. 92 pounds. Was the ancestor.
I actually slept for 10 hours last night. I don't know why I'm yawning.
No, you didn't. Fall back.
That means I slept for 10 hours.
No, I slept for 9.
No, I slept for 10.
You slept for 11 hours on the clock?
Yes.
Really? How'd you do that? How'd you find that much time in a day?
Normally I go to bed around 1 o'clock. Especially on a Saturday night. Sometimes on Saturday night, it's 3 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
But I had an early gig. I was done at 10:45. I was home by 11:15. I went to my computer. Nobody killed me. The whole time I was gone. I'm like dumbfounded. So I made like 3 minutes worth of clicks to fill everybody up with the shots that I needed for them to keep killing overnight. Went bathroom, brushed my teeth, went to bed. I was in bed and asleep before midnight, and I did not change my clock because my clock changes automatically.
Right. Everybody's clock changed automatically except for their microwave and their ovens.
No, we have other clocks that have to be done manually.
Get rid of them.
So, and also our thermostats for our house. We have 2 thermostats that have to be done. So anyway.
By Nest.
By
Nest thermostats or Honeywell programmable. They do it automatically.
So I was asleep before midnight. Literally.
Right.
I fell asleep.
Woke up at noon.
No, I woke up
at 11.
I woke up at 9 o'clock, the new time, which would have been 10 o'clock.
10 hours.
10 hours.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
I slept like a rock. It's like, Granted, we had the window open. It was only 61 degrees in our bedroom. Slept like a baby.
Yeah, that's cold, dude.
I don't know why they say that, because if you slept like a baby, you'd be waking up every 2 hours screaming.
What kind of childhood did you have?
Oh, that's what the little kids do. They wake up screaming for food. Feed me, mommy. Give me a movie.
Mine didn't.
Feed me, mommy. Give me a bottle.
Mine didn't.
Your mommy didn't give you a bottle?
My kids.
Oh, your kids never did that?
No, my kids slept through the night.
You slept through the night. Peggy took care of it.
Okay.
I will tell you right now, there is no way babies sleep through the night. Not till they don't even sometimes when they're over 1.
Yeah, they sleep through the night.
So you could try to make the kids seem like special babies, but all babies are special.
Okay. Hey, what is my favorite
Toyota
car?
Oh, Toyota.
I like Toyotas.
Tacoma.
No, you're close though.
RAV4.
Well, that's what I bought because that's what I can afford. The car I like is more expensive.
Toyota Tundra.
They don't make it anymore, but they make a different version called something else. You remember the FJs?
No,
You don't remember the Toyota FJs?
I was never into Toyotas. My thing was Nissans.
Did you not like any of like the cruisers?
Never paid
Like
attention to them.
Yeah. Let's go here. Let's go here.
I have owned one Datsun, which is what Nissan became. Datsun turned into Nissan.
These. You don't like these kinds? Like the Land Cruisers and stuff like that?
Okay. I sort of remember, no, Range Rover is the brand name, right?
Yeah, but there's a Range Rover version of this too.
Yeah, it's called Land Rover.
Yeah, Land Rover. Yeah.
I sort of do remember them, but yeah.
I like these kinds of cars.
Yeah, I was never into the box.
And this one is my favorite. The CJ is my favorite.
Okay. I always thought the CJ7 was, a Jeep.
That is a Jeep.
So why didn't they sue Toyota for stealing their thing?
Because it's an FJ.
Oh, an FJ, not a CJ. It's beginning to become more clear. Thank you, Steve.
Well, guess what? They have a new electronic lunar cruiser.
Oh, so it's got big bulbous tires.
Not really. So remember those tires that you don't inflate, right? The with all the little honeycombs. Well, here. Let me share this for you. And I was like, this is cool. And if they make a earthbound version of this, how cool looking is that?
Okay. It looks a little like sci-fi-ish, which is kind of cool.
Looks a little what?
Sci-fi-ish.
Well, it's a lunar cruiser to go on the moon, right?
So
you look at the
sci-fi.
tires, right? They came up with this video. Where's the video?
Ooh, video.
I guess I got to go related videos. How do I make this bigger? Play. I actually have to click play to get to play. Is it showing?
Yes, it is.
Isn't that cool looking?
Got kind of a short wheel span. That might be awesome for.
It's a lunar cruiser.
I'm thinking that would be awesome for plowing snow, because it's one of the biggest problems with plowing snow is the longer wheelbase on some of these driveways. They bitch
so bad. Well, the internet connection's terrible. Look,
which is weird, because don't you have like a gig internet?
Who knows? No, I don't have the gig anymore. I can't afford the gig. You know what they were charging for the gig? Guess what they went up to charge me per month for the gig?
$99.
Higher.
Oh, I was going to say, I think I'm paying $69 for 400 meg. $133.
Higher.
Let's see. Gig. $1,000.
Ridiculous.
Well, yeah. Well, I just want a gig is 1,000, so I went with that. So, 199.95.
Yeah, like 190. 190 a month, dude.
Yeah. Well, we're
All right, this is pissing me off. This is a cool video.
between the internet, the one landline, and what am I forgetting?
And your whole cable. You don't pay that much.
And the cable. No, we're almost $300 a month now.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. It just keeps going up.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, see, that's nuts. But isn't that a cool looking vehicle? But look, this is what I wanted to get to. Oh, come on. The inside's the cool part of this thing. Oh, I am so mad. Why? The coolest part. Oh, there we go. Let me go back in there. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Look at the full glass top. That's clever. How come we don't have that in more vehicles? Probably because it's dangerous, like stuff would fly out of there and hit you in the head.
It could be. One of the other things that I found out, we've got the they call them moonroofs, not sunroofs, because they're electronic. You almost can never use it because if you're out on a sunny day, you freaking roast.
You're going to get sunburned.
Yeah.
I wish they would find. I only got. Bummers, man. This is frustrating. I wanted to show you the dash. The dash is pretty cool, but I don't know what's going on. You got the Toyota logo back there.
Yep, saw that.
This is quite frustrating, actually. Toyota, what are you doing to me? Come on. Piss me off. There's the dash. But terrible.
Huh. I tried to look it up by copying what you got on your screen and it didn't work.
It's the second link. It's the first link. And then you got to go to the videos. There's a second link and then you go to the videos. But look at that dash. How cool of a dash is that? I'm not sure what it's projecting here because the video's not freaking working. All right, let's go back. Let's see if it'll play.
Play, baby, play. Oh, look, it's got the sphere.
Yeah, but see how it's projecting between the two steering things? That's kind of cool. Oh well, that pissed me off.
Okay, just so you know, it is not your internet, it is their site.
Nice going, Toyota. I try to show stuff for people, and that's how you do me.
Oh wait, now all of a sudden mine's zipping right along.
Figures.
Now that you're disconnected, it works great for me.
Figures.
There you go.
So so what's on tap for this month then? So next week will be our No Thanksgiving show. No thanks. And we'll talk about Thanksgiving too, right? And then what else?
We'll also do a belated Veterans Day shout out.
Oh, we can do that now.
Veterans Day is the 11th, if I recall correctly. And our show will be the 12th. See what happens. I don't have the calendar.
Saturday, November 11th.
Yeah. See, I'm smarter than the average bar too. So, and of course, for all of those you who have served, thank you for your service. I wish I wasn't such a wimpy guy when I bowed out of going into the Navy when I was younger. So, thank you for doing your
Veterans Day, not Veterans Day or Veterans Day, is observed annually on November 11th, regardless of which day of the week it falls on. Veterans Day is on Saturday, November 11th this year. Did you know that it's Veterans Day, not Veterans Day or Veterans Day?
kind of funny because it all sounds the same the way you say it.
Because it's the punctuation for whether it's possessive or not. It's veterans plural with an S, no apostrophe S or veterans apostrophe. Veterans of the United States honoring veterans of armed forces and those killed in the country's wars. So what's the difference between Memorial Day and Veterans Day?
Memorial Day is those who gave up their lives in service.
This is for those who gave up their lives and served, or just served, whether they like.
Correct. Both.
Right.
No. All right. Cool beans. You did really good, Steve. Filled out the whole hour.
Did I?
Yeah. We only got one thing left.
Well, what did we do? 13 subjects?
Exactly. We did a baker's dozen.
Well, only you know what that means because you are a baker.
Because a dime a dozen made me think of baker's dozen.
Right. And how many is a dime? Wait, it's a dime a dozen.
Right.
So that means that doesn't make any sense because there's 12 in a dozen and a dime's only 10.
Right.
So you're getting them for is less than a penny?
Exactly.
Is that what they used to? Is inflation gone that bad?
Well, you want to get technical? Yes, it has.
You used to be able to buy stuff for a dime a dozen?
Oh, easily.
Wow. Hey, we got to ask. What could you buy in the past for a dime a dozen? The actual dime in the U.S. currency wasn't created until late 1700s,
right.
So the same didn't come around until after that. Stores would have weekly flyer sales and advertise items at a literal price of a dime for one dozen, like a dozen eggs or a dozen cookies.
Yep.
You could buy a dozen eggs or a dozen cookies? And then you tell me there's a better deal if you're a baker?
Right. A baker's dozen is 13 instead of 12. And the reason behind this, now.
Yeah. What's the real reason behind this, Mr. Baker?
Okay. The concept is, I've heard this many times also before I even read this. And they say that it is a tale of how this happened. But from a lot of, history of the eras back then, stuff like this actually happened. So it makes sense. The tale behind its origin is that a medieval law specified the weight of bread loaves. Any baker who supplied less to a customer was in for dire punishment. So bakers would include a 13th loaf with each dozen sold just to be safe.
So there were punishments to short people.
Correct.
Not people who are of shorter stature.
Right.
To short somebody something.
Yes.
So to make sure that somebody didn't complain, they just put 13 in there just in case.
Correct.
In case they forgot one, they still got 12, and they're like, haha, can't get me.
Yep.
It says medieval England. Laws related to the price of bread.
There are a handful of things that were considered, I mean, they're still considered staples today, but bread was number one. Because literally, bread and water you can sustain yourself on.
I got a question on you.
I have an answer.
People used to buy 13 loaves of bread at a time? Doesn't that seem excessive?
Okay. Families live together sometimes as much, very rarely
4 generations. People one loaf of bread a week?
Just wait. People didn't live as long. So 3 generations would be kind of a max. However,
people in the world.
Sometimes the person who did the baking was baking for more than just their immediate family. They were baking for the people living in the same dwelling. A lot of people crammed together back in there. You should know this stuff.
Avoid a beating.
Avoid the noise.
In medieval England, the law, if you shorted somebody, you would get beaten.
Sure.
Wow. Cheating their customers by overpricing undersized loaves were subject to a strict. Well, yeah. So you do 13 smaller loaves.
Right.
But if they were found, the punishment included fines or flogging. Wow. Even with careful planning, difficult to ensure all your baked goods come out the same size. There may be fluctuation in the rise of the baking air content. So bakers didn't want. Oh, so they didn't have scales to weigh their dough. So, well, then how did you know if you were short or not? How did they know that the baker wasn't giving you 13 smaller loaves?
Now, you were also a baker for a while, and you know that when you are doing something as a professional over and over and over again, you get a feel for things. You remember how my dad was always, my dad was always blown away that I was even better than he was at making donuts. My donuts were so more uniform than his.
You know what you were really good at?
Blabbing to everybody while I'm working.
The cinnamon rolls.
You like the cinnamon rolls?
Well, you were really good at making those consistent and even and using up all the dough. And that's hard to do. Okay. So people don't know. You take your dough and you roll it out and you roll it into like a rectangle. And you put the cinnamon on, and then you roll it up and then you cut it by hand, individual cinnamon rolls. And you're cutting, there's a long roll. What would you say you cut out of there? 4 dozen? 3 dozen?
Well, each roll
was probably more than a dozen.
Yeah, it was probably 3 dozen on a roll.
Yeah.
And you do 2 rolls a night.
Yeah. And you were consistent between the thickness when you were just chopping by
mostly, hand. Yeah. I mean, everybody makes a bad cut every once in a while, especially.
Okay, never mind. I'm trying to compliment you.
I said
you suck. You were terrible at it. They were all different sizes. People were like, give me the big one. This guy sucks. He's got a small one there.
The part that's funny is when I was chatting with people like Steve, who would come in and talk to me while I'm working, and I'm just while I'm working all the time. I had no problem doing it. My dad couldn't understand how I could do that because when he talked, he had to stop working and talk and face the person. You don't have to do that. Drove him crazy that I could do.
Want to talk about somebody who the donuts poorly? Now these are cake donuts, so these plop out. But look at the difference in the sizes. Look at that's terrible. That means that they didn't have the dough consistency. You weren't cranking them through.
Well, not only that, cake donuts aren't supposed to have a large hole. They're supposed to have a very tight hole. You should barely be able to get your pinky finger through the hole.
Those are terrible donuts.
Yes, I would agree.
Those were bad donuts. Don't buy those donuts.
No, don't buy them.
Those are bad.
Well, you know what you should do, Steve?
Say thank you for watching.
And if you feel our show is not a bad life decision,
what should I do?
That was it. You did it right on the money.
Well, no, seriously, what should I do?
Exactly what you did, because it's that time. We're ending the show. If you feel our show is not a bad life decision, come on, Steve, say it. Come on, say it.
Please subscribe, like, watch our other shows and channels. Oh, we didn't do it at the opening of the show. Go down to whathappened.world. Are you still able to put that down there? Yeah. I don't know.
It's there no matter what.
Cool. Go down to whathappened.world. Follow us. What did you post this week? I don't know what you posted.
What was this week?
On it.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what it was too. Okay, are you looking it up?
I'm going to have to because you don't know how.
I can't remember, which is really weird because somebody asked me about it today and I can't remember again because now we're talking about a bunch of other stuff and then I forget. But was it the snow? Yes, it was snowing.
Yeah, it was the snow.
We had snow on Halloween 2 years in a row. We had accumulating snow on Halloween.
Yep, it was snow on Halloween.
Granted, last year was over 5 inches and this year was only a little over an inch, but it stuck.
That's what she said.
Yeah. He stuck, man.
Over 5 inches. I'm good.
There you go.
So have a good one. We will. What do I even say? I don't even know.
I don't know because that was how I say things.
That's
sort
what
of.
You say. I don't know what I say, but you don't say have a good one anymore. I don't know. I say stuff like live every day, and we'll see you on the next show.
And if you be genuinely positive, live and love life, and have a good one.
Just different things,